Day 6 in the men's 12.5-kilometer biathlon, sitting at Whistler Paralympic Park. The biathlon uses an interval starting format with skiers starting every 30 seconds. Since not every skier has the exact same type of disability, the Paralympics uses a special percentage system to equalize the disability time handicap for all of the skiers. That percentage is then applied to each skier's final time, and the lowest adjusted time is the winner. Roman Petushkov of Russia was searching for his second medal in Whistler, having already won the silver medal in the 15K cross country on day 3. He also finished a disappointing 20th in the biathlon 2.4K pursuit on day 2 when his rifle jammed. The 32-year-old Petushkov is ranked 8th in the World Cup standings, and although he says he prefers the shorter distances in cross country, he's had some success in the longer distances. Sitting skiers use a specially made sit ski, which is a customized chair attached to a pair of skis. Crossing the finish line, Petushkov's adjusted time was 43 minutes and 11 seconds, good enough for third place. Ranked 6th in the World Cup standings, 35-year-old Vladimir Kiselev of Russia won a pair of gold medals in cross country 4 years ago in Torino. Earlier in these games, in the biathlon 2.4K pursuit, Kiselev finished 5th despite missing only one shot that day. The biathlon combines cross-country skiing with rifle shooting. Unlike their Olympic counterparts, Paralympians do not ski with their guns. Instead, the guns are handed to the skiers as they reach the shooting range. There are 4 rounds of shooting, and the skiers are given 5 shots in each round to hit the target. Missing a target can be costly. For every miss, a competitor receives a 1-minute penalty added to their time. Kiselev would cross the finish line with an adjusted time of 42 minutes and 29 seconds. A solid time that would put him in second place, only 7 seconds behind the leader. Irek Zarapov of Russia has already won 2 gold medals at these games. He finished 1st in the biathlon 2.4K pursuit on day 2, and he won the 15K cross country on day 3. Ranked 1st overall in the World Cup standings, the 26-year-old Russian is in great shape, and he's been very consistent with his shooting. Zarapov missed only 1 shot on the range in this competition, and he excelled in the cross country. His adjusted time of 42 minutes and 22 seconds was faster than the rest of the field and more than good enough to earn the top spot on the podium. So it's a Russian sweep in the men's 12.5K biathlon. Irek Zarapov wins his 3rd gold medal of these games. Vladimir Kiselev wins his 1st medal at these games, a silver. And Roman Petushkov wins the bronze. Day 6 featured the women's 10-kilometer biathlon sitting at Whistler Paralympic Park. The biathlon uses an interval starting format with skiers starting every 30 seconds. Andrea Eskau of Germany was not one of the favorites in this event, but she was hoping for an early birthday present. Only days before her 39th birthday, the German attacked the cross-country course. Since not every competitor has the exact same type of disability, the Paralympics use a special percentage system to equalize the disability time handicap for all of the skiers. That percentage is then applied to each skier's final time, and the lowest adjusted time is the winner. Eskau won a gold medal at the 2008 Paralympic Summer Games in Beijing in handbiking. And in this race, her time of 39 minutes and 54 seconds was good enough for third position and a place on the medal podium. Olena Urkovska of the Ukraine won gold in this event 4 years ago in Torino. She's already reached the podium twice in Whistler, taking the gold in the biathlon 2.4K pursuit and a bronze in the 10K cross country. Unlike their Olympic counterparts, Paralympians do not ski with their guns. Instead, they are handed to the skiers as they reach the shooting range. In each of the 4 rounds of shooting, the skiers are given 5 shots to hit the target. Missing a target can be costly. For every miss, a skier receives a 1-minute penalty added to their time. The 26-year-old Urkovska is ranked number 1 in the World Cup standings, and she won this event in last year's World Championships. Her adjusted time of 39 minutes and 7 seconds put her in second place. "20-year-old Maria Avleva of Russia may lack experience, but she doesn't lack confidence. After winning silver in the biathlon 2.4K pursuit on day 2, Avleva is one of the favorites in this event. In the pursuit, she was perfect in her shooting and very strong in her skiing. She finished 6th in the 10K cross country on day 3 and is ranked 8th overall in the World Cup standings. On this day, she missed only 1 target in the shooting. Sitting skiers use a specially made sit ski, which is a customized chair attached to a pair of skis. Avleva's final time would be 38 minutes and 46 seconds. That was more than 20 seconds better than the rest of the field. So the final results in the women's 10-kilometer biathlon sitting: Maria Avleva of Russia takes the gold. Defending gold medalist Olena Urkovska of the Ukraine wins silver. And Andrea Eskau of Germany wins her first medal at these games, a bronze. Day 6 featured the men's 12.5-kilometer biathlon, standing, at Whistler Paralympic Park. The biathlon combines cross-country skiing with rifle shooting. Ranked 6th in the World Cup standings, Paralympic veteran Joseph Geisen of Germany is trying to get over the disappointment of not winning a medal in the biathlon 2.4K pursuit on day 2. The 48-year-old German shot clean rounds that day, but he struggled with his skiing and finished 4th. But on this day, Geisen was consistent with his shooting, missing only 1 target. Unlike their Olympic counterparts, Paralympians do not ski with their guns. Instead, the guns are handed to the skiers as they reach the shooting range. When Geisen crossed the finish line, he found himself in third place with an adjusted time of 41 minutes and 25 seconds. The biathlon uses an interval starting format with skiers starting every 30 seconds. One of the medal favorites in this race, Grigory Vovchinsky of the Ukraine, won a bronze medal in the biathlon 3K pursuit on day 2. He's ranked number 1 in the World Cup standings, and he placed first and second in this distance in this year's World Cup circuit. The 21-year-old Ukrainian shot very well on this day, missing only one target. Since not every competitor has the exact same type of disability, the Paralympics use a special percentage system to equalize the disability time handicap for all of the skiers. That percentage is then applied to each skier's final time, and the lowest adjusted time is the winner. Vovchinsky crossed the finish line with an adjusted time of 39 minutes and 28 seconds. That was good enough for second place. Nils Erik Ulset of Norway has already won 2 silver medals at these games. He finished second in the biathlon 2.4K pursuit on day 2, and he came in second in the 20K cross country on day 4. Ulset won the bronze medal 4 years ago in Torino in this event. The 26-year-old Norwegian is a very fast skier, but he can struggle with his shooting. He missed 3 targets in the pursuit, which cost him the gold that day. But Ulset did a little better on this day, missing only 2 targets. There are 4 rounds of shooting in the biathlon, and the skiers are given 5 shots in each round to hit the target. Missing a target can be costly. For every miss, a skier receives a 1-minute penalty added to their time. Competing in his 3rd Paralympic Winter Games, Ulset was very strong with his skiing, and as he sprinted towards the finish line, his final time would be 38 minutes and 29 seconds, and that would be the best time of the day. So the final results of the men's 12.5 kilometer biathlon standing: Nils Erik Ulset of Norway wins his 3rd medal in Whistler and his first gold. 21-year-old Grigory Vovchinsky of the Ukraine takes the silver. And Joseph Geisen of Germany, competing in his 4th Paralympic Winter Games, wins the bronze. Day 6 featured the women's 12.5 kilometer biathlon standing at Whistler Paralympic Park. The biathlon combines cross-country skiing with rifle shooting, and the biathlon uses an interval starting format with skiers starting every 30 seconds. Yulia Batankova of the Ukraine was 4th in the biathlon 3K pursuit on day 2, and she claimed silver in the 15K cross country on day 4. Ranked 4th overall in the World Cup standings, she won silver in this event 4 years ago in Torino. The 26-year-old Ukrainian struggled a bit with her shooting, missing 4 targets over the 4 rounds. But when she crossed the finish line, her adjusted time of 48 minutes and 22 seconds was still good enough to put her in 3rd place. "23-year-old Anna Burmistrova of Russia already has 2 gold medals in Whistler, winning the biathlon 3K pursuit on day 2 and the 15K cross country on day 3. In the pursuit, her strong skiing gave her an advantage, but she struggled a little bit with her shooting. Ranked 2nd overall in the World Cup rankings, Burmistrova finished 5th in this event 4 years ago in Torino. She was solid in her skiing on this day, but a little inconsistent with her shooting, and that cost her precious time. She would miss 7 targets overall in the 4 rounds of shooting. Despite her struggles with her shooting, her adjusted time of 48 minutes and 4 seconds was still good enough to put Burmistrova in 2nd place. Oleksandra Kononova of the Ukraine had something to prove in this event. She skied well and shot well in the biathlon 3K pursuit on day 2, but still finished a disappointing 6th. Then she came up just short in the 15K cross country on day 4, finishing 4th. Not bad results, but when you're ranked number 1 overall in the World Cup rankings, you're expected to win medals. So the 19-year-old was hoping to perform better in this event and reach the podium. This is one of her favorite events, as she won the 2009 world title in this event, and she would put it all together on this day, shooting consistently and skiing strong. When she crossed the finish line, her time of 46 minutes and 1 second was the best time of the day. So the final results for the women's 12.5 kilometer biathlon standing: Oleksandra Kononova of the Ukraine wins her first medal, a gold. Anna Burmistrova of Russia wins the silver. And 4 years after taking silver in this event, Yulia Batenkova of the Ukraine wins bronze. Day 6 in the men's 12.5 kilometer biathlon for the visually impaired at Whistler Paralympic Park. Tough break for Thomas Clarion of France. Midway through the race, his guide was forced to withdraw due to a reoccurring shin problem. Clarion lost 2.5 minutes while a new guide took over. And that may have cost Clarion a spot on the medal podium, as he would finish the race in 5th place. The defending gold medalist in this event is Vitaly Lukyanenko of the Ukraine. Competing in his 3rd Paralympics, Lukyanenko won gold in the 12.5K biathlon 4 years ago in Torino. He's already won a gold medal in these games, winning the biathlon 3K pursuit on day 2. A very accurate shooter, he missed only one target on that day, and he would miss only one target on this day as well. There are 4 rounds of shooting in the biathlon, and the skiers are given 5 shots in each round to hit the target. Missing a target can be costly. For every miss, a competitor receives a 1-minute penalty added to their time. Ranked 4th overall in the World Cup standings, the 31-year-old Lukyanenko crossed the finish line with a time of 38 minutes and 55 seconds, putting him in 3rd place. 37-year-old Nikolai Pulikin of Russia was searching for his 3rd medal of these games. He's already won silver in the biathlon 3K pursuit, missing only one target and skiing strong in that event. He also took silver in the 20K cross country. Unlike their Olympic counterparts, Paralympians do not ski with their guns. Instead, the guns are handed to the skiers as they reach the shooting range. Ranked 2nd in the overall World Cup standings, Pulikin finished 2nd and 4th in this event on the World Cup circuit this past year. And his final adjusted time on this day of 38 minutes and 32 seconds was good enough for 2nd place. The biathlon uses an interval starting format with skiers starting every 30 seconds. Since not every skier has the exact same type of disability, the Paralympics use a special percentage system to equalize the disability time handicap for all the skiers. That percentage is then applied to each skier's final time, and the lowest adjusted time is the winner. Competing in his 5th Paralympic Games, Germany's Wilhelm Brehm was very accurate with his shooting a few days earlier in the biathlon 3K pursuit, but he fell in the cross-country part of the race, and that cost him a medal as he finished just off the podium in 4th place. He knew if he could stay on his feet in this race, he could win a medal on this day. Brehm won bronze in this event 4 years ago in Torino. On this day, the 32-year-old Brehm was on the mark, missing only one target in the shooting competition. Coming down the stretch, Brehm would cross the finish line with a time of 38 minutes and 28 seconds, barely edging Pulikin to take 1st place. So the final results of the men's 12.5-kilometer biathlon for the visually impaired: Paralympian veteran Wilhelm Brehm of Germany wins gold, his 1st medal here in Whistler. Nikolai Pulikin of Russia wins his 3rd silver medal of these games. And defending gold medalist Vitaly Lukyanenko of the Ukraine has to settle for the bronze. Day 6 featured the women's 12.5 kilometer biathlon for the visually impaired at Whistler Paralympic Park. Ranked third overall in the World Cup standings, Mykolina Lysova of Russia claimed bronze in the biathlon 3K pursuit on day 2, and she was hoping to medal in this event as well. The biathlon combines cross-country skiing with rifle shooting. Only 17 years old and competing in her first Paralympics, Lysova lost a little bit of time when she missed 3 targets on the shooting range. There are 4 rounds of shooting in the competition, and the skiers are given 5 shots in each round to hit the target. Missing a target can be costly. For every miss, a skier receives a 1-minute penalty added to their time. Lysova crossed the finish line with an adjusted time of 47 minutes and 59 seconds. That was good enough to put her in 3rd place. The biathlon uses an interval starting format with skiers starting every 30 seconds. Ranked 2nd overall in the World Cup standings, Lyubov Vasilyeva of Russia was looking to add to her medal collection in Whistler. The 42-year-old Vasilyeva had already won a silver medal in the biathlon 3K pursuit, and she won another silver in the 15K cross country. Vasilyeva did very well on the shooting portion, missing only twice on the shooting range. Vasilyeva crossed the finish line with a time of 46 minutes and 59 seconds, placing her in 2nd position. The heavy favorite to win this event was Verena Bentley of Germany. The current World Cup leader had already won 2 gold medals at these games, winning the biathlon 3K pursuit and the 15K cross country earlier in the week. Bentley won bronze in this event 4 years ago in Torino. Cross country is typically a solitary pursuit, the skier against the course. But for the visually impaired skier, it becomes a team event where the communication and trust between the skier and her guide is essential. Bentley's brother, Michael, is also visually impaired, and he competed in cross country and biathlon in the past 2 Paralympic Winter Games, although he's not competing this year. The 37-year-old Bentley is competing in her 4th Paralympics, and she has earned a medal in every event in which she has entered, and this day would be no different. Her final time of 43 minutes and 57 seconds was more than 3 minutes faster than the rest of the field. So the final results in the women's 12.5 kilometer biathlon for the visually impaired: Verena Bentley of Germany wins her 3rd gold medal of these games and her 10th Paralympic gold medal overall. Lyubov Vasilyeva of Russia wins silver, her 3rd silver medal this week. And 2 weeks before her 18th birthday, Russia's Mykolina Lysova wins her 2nd bronze medal at these games.
Day 6 alpine skiing action at Whistler Creekside with the men's giant slalom standing. Each skier takes 2 runs down the hill on 2 different courses, and the fastest combined time will win. Gerd Schoenfelder of Germany is fresh off his silver medal win in the slalom standing category on day 4 and is the defending Paralympic champion in this discipline. And he's looking good on the bottom part of this course, crossing with a time of 1:11.80. Hubert Mandel of Austria is looking to improve upon his 23rd place finish in the giant slalom in Torino. And he's just slightly behind Schoenfelder at the first split. He loses a little speed coming through the bottom and will finish in the first run, ranked 3rd. "23-year-old Vincent Gauthier-Manuel of France is looking to win his first Paralympic medal, and he's looking fantastic on the top part of the course, slightly ahead of the German through the split. He loses speed through the bottom part of the course but crosses to finish in 2nd after the first run. The standings after the morning session: Gerd Schoenfelder of Germany is firmly in the lead. Vincent Gauthier-Manuel of France is in 2nd. Hubert Mandel sits in 3rd, and Robert Moosberger of Austria rounds out the top 4. Robert Moosberger of Austria ready for his second run of the day. The Austrian placed 5th in the giant slalom in 2006. And he's looking good through the top part of the course. He continues to look good through the bottom, Moosberger crossing over a 1.5 seconds in front of the current leader. Gauthier-Manuel of France ranked 2nd after the morning session. The 23-year-old is competing in all 5 alpine events at these Paralympic Games. He looks good through the bottom, and he will cross a 1/4 second back of Moosberger to win the bronze medal. Gerd Schoenfelder is up next, ranked 1st coming into this second run. The German is the reigning world champion in this discipline. Schoenfelder is expecting his 2nd child this month. He crosses the finish line over 2 seconds ahead of Moosberger to win the gold, defending his title. Vincent Gauthier-Manuel of France earns his first career Paralympic medal, taking home the bronze. Robert Moosberger came from 4th after the opening run to ski the 2nd fastest leg and vault into the silver medal position. And Gerd Schoenfelder wins gold and has owned this title in the Torino, Salt Lake, and Albertville Games. Schoenfelder now has 13 career Paralympic gold medals, and with 19 in total, he becomes the most successful Paralympic alpine skier in history. Day 6 alpine skiing action at Whistler Creekside with the women's slalom standing. Each skier will take 2 runs down the hill on 2 different courses, and the fastest combined time will win. Canada's Lauren Wollstonecroft, fresh off a win in the women's slalom standing on day 4. The 28-year-old is the defending Paralympic champion in this event. She was ahead of her teammate Wisniewska by 4 seconds at the first split, and she gained speed on the bottom part of the course, posting the fastest time of the morning session. Andrea Rothfuss of Germany, and Rothfuss is the defending silver medalist in this event. The German had her left hand amputated and therefore skis with just 1 pole. Rothfuss not having the fastest run. She's just over 3.5 seconds behind the Canadian at the split. Visibility quite an issue for these athletes on day 6. She loses speed on the bottom part of the course and sits almost 6 seconds back coming through the finish line. Petra Smarzova of Slovakia will look to improve upon her run on day 4 in the slalom. She missed a gate and did not finish her second run of the day. Smarzova is 3.5 seconds back at the split. And conditions deteriorating here at Whistler. Smarzova crossing the line just over 5 seconds out of top spot. At the end of the morning session, the Canadian Lauren Wollstonecroft sits atop the leaderboard. Petra Smarzova posted the second best time, and Andrea Rothfuss sits third. Rothfuss sitting third coming into this second run. She won the bronze at the 2009 World Championships in the giant slalom standing category. She's looking good on this top part of the course, ahead by 1.5 seconds. The snow really starting to fall now. And despite the deteriorating conditions, she gains speed through the bottom of the course and crosses 2:43 ahead of Wisniewska. The Slovakian Petra Smarzova up next. Smarzova's ranked second after the morning session. Having a fast run coming through the first split, she's slightly ahead of the German. Visibility playing quite a factor for her. She loses speed just behind Rothfuss coming into the finish. She would earn the bronze medal with that performance. And Rothfuss knows that now the worst she can do is silver. Canadian Lauren Wollstonecroft trying to win her second gold in 3 days after capturing top spot in the women's slalom standing. She is the final woman that can catch Rothfuss for the gold medal. And she's looking good, ahead by almost 6 seconds at the split. She crosses to the cheers of the home fans, winning gold for Canada, over 7.5 seconds ahead of her nearest competitor. Canadian Lauren Wollstonecroft winning her second gold of these games. Andrea Rothfuss of Germany earns her second silver in 3 days. And Petra Smarzova, with better luck on day 6, finding herself on the podium, taking home the bronze. Lauren Wollstonecroft defends her gold medal in the women's giant slalom standing division and wins her 7th overall Paralympic career medal. Day 6 wheelchair curling action at the Paralympic Curling Center. Round-robin play continues. The host nation of Canada taking on Germany, and a large crowd on hand to take in the action. To the third end, in Canada up 2-1. German skip Jens Jager with a little too much weight on this stone, and it sails right through the house. Still in the third end, in Canada lying 3. Jager with the hammer, but he's light and wide, tapping a Canadian stone into position to give the Canadians a steal of 4. To the fourth end, Germany lying 1 with the hammer, and Jager not with the shot he'd hoped for. The officials would come in to measure. And Germany is awarded the point, picking up 1. It's 6-2 for the host nation. To the seventh end, and Germany lying 2 with the hammer. And Jager's stone with perfect weight. Germany would pick up 3, making it 8-5 for Canada. To the eighth and final end, Canadian skip Jim Armstrong unable to navigate all of the traffic, and Germany picks up 1, but it's not enough as Canada beats the Germans 8-6. Canada improves to 6 wins, and Germany suffers its 4th loss. Day 6 wheelchair curling action at the Paralympic Curling Center. Round-robin play continues. Great Britain taking on Sweden, and a lot of excited curling fans ready to take in the action. To the sixth end, 3-1 Great Britain. Eileen Nielsen with a beautiful shot, drawing her stone right into the house. The United Kingdom lying 3, and Sweden with the hammer. Glenn Ikonen with a lot of weight on this stone, and it sails right through the house. Great Britain steals 3. It's 6-1 for the British. To the seventh end, Sweden lying 3 with the hammer. And Ikonen draws his stone into the house to give the Swedes 3. It's a 6-4 game. To the eighth end, and Ikonen with a great shot, drawing his stone right into the button. Sweden lying 2, and Great Britain with the hammer in this eighth end. Nielsen tapping her own stone, instead giving Sweden 2 and sending this game to an extra end. To the ninth end, Sweden lying 1, and Great Britain with the hammer. Nielsen hitting her own stone too hard, allowing Sweden to steal 1 and win this game 7-6. Sweden improves to 5 wins and 3 losses, and Great Britain falls to 5 losses and 2 wins. Day 6 wheelchair curling action at the Paralympic Curling Center. Round-robin play continues. Norway taking on the United States, and a large crowd on hand to take in the action. To the third end, and it's 3-0 USA, and Norway with the hammer. Norwegian skip Rune Lorentzen draws his stone into the house. Norway earns 3 and ties the game at 3 apiece. To the fourth, and the United States lying 2 with the hammer. And perfect weight on this stone. The U.S. picks up 3 to make it 8-3. To the sixth end, Norway lying 2. And Lawrenston throwing a great stone. Norway walks away with 3. To the eighth and final end, Norway lying 2 with the hammer. And this stone a little short, which means Norway will only pick up 2, and that's not enough to tie the U.S. The Americans win 9-8. The United States improves to 5 wins and 2 losses, while Norway falls to 4 losses and 3 wins. Day 6 wheelchair curling action at the Paralympic Curling Center. Round-robin play continues. Korea facing Switzerland and an enthusiastic crowd on hand to take in the action. Final stone of the first end, Korea lying 2 and the Swiss with the hammer. And Bollinger not making the shot he'd hoped for. Korea will steal 2. To the fourth end, and Korea up 5-1. Korea lying 4 and Switzerland with the hammer. Manfred Bollinger with a beautiful shot, drawing his stone into the house to steal 1. In the fifth, the Swiss lying 3 and Korea with the hammer. Kim Hak-sung with the brilliant double takeout to score 1. To the sixth end, and it's the Koreans leading by 4. Hak-sung with lots of weight taking out the Swiss stone. And Switzerland with the hammer in this end. Bollinger with a very difficult shot here, and he puts too much weight on the stone. Korea steals 3 to make it 9-2. Switzerland would earn 1 more in the seventh end to make it 9-3 for Korea. Korea improves to 5 wins and 2 losses, and the Swiss fall to 5 losses with just 2 wins. Day 5 ice sledge hockey action at Thunderbird Arena between Italy and the Czech Republic. A large and very enthusiastic crowd on hand to cheer on these two nations. The first goal of the game came on a turnover by forward Werner Winkler, while the Czechs were on a man advantage. A wide-open Michael Greer took the puck in front, going upstairs, giving Italian netminder Santino Stilitano no chance. Just 3 minutes into the second period, and the Czechs on the power play again. Zdeněk Krupika doubles the lead when he slams home his own rebound. Italy's first goal, and only second of the tournament, was scored by Rosa when the puck spilled to him at point-blank range after a Vapenka save. After a poor start, Italy brought itself back into the game with a strong push at the end of the second. The Italians forced Vapenka into several good saves before Italy's captain, Andrea Chiarotti, breached the netminder's defenses to tie the game at 2. The third period was scoreless, sending this game into overtime and eventually a shootout. Erik Fojtik ensured the Czech Republic's second win of the tournament when he scored on his team's first try in the shootout. The Italians' poor shootout execution caused them to miss out on their chance at their first victory in the tournament. The Czech Republic posted a 3-2 shootout win over Italy, despite giving up a 2-goal lead. Day 6 ice sledge hockey action at Thunderbird Arena between Sweden and Korea. An enthusiastic crowd on hand to cheer on these two nations. Sweden with a chance in the first, but the Korean defender is there to deny them. This proved to be a very physical encounter. Korea gets on the board first when Yang Jae-cho reacts quickly to recover the loose puck and beats Nielsen to get the Koreans on the board. Korea on the attack again, but Nielsen is there to foil it. The netminders played a very large role in this tight game. To the second, Sweden in Korea's end. Park trying to clear the puck, but Nicholas Rokas is there to put it past Choi to tie this game at 1. Ingvarsson of Sweden on the move. He shoots and Choi with the glove save. The Swedes still attacking with a nice chance. Anderson, a nifty move there under his sledge, but he can't find the back of the net. Into the third now, and Lee scoops it up, but Nielsen bats it down. Still a 1-1 hockey game. Park sending the puck to the middle, and Jung Kyung Lee fires it past Nielsen. And all Nielsen can do is watch it go by. Korea up by 1. Korea looking for the insurance marker, and Nielsen shuts the door on all of Korea's chances. Korea beats Sweden 2-1. With the win, Korea moves on to face the Czech Republic to vie for 5th place, and Sweden faces Italy to play for 7th.
Day 6 in wheelchair curling at the Paralympic Curling Center. The evening session of the round-robin tournament, Italy taking on Norway. Italian skip Andre Tabanelli with the shot here in the third end. A nice takeout. Italy collects 3 to take a 4-1 lead. Italy leading 7-2 in the 7th end when Norway's Rune Lorenston will draw his stone into the house. Norway will get 5 points in this end to tie the game at 7. But Italy would come back with 2 in the 8th to win the game 9-7, so Italy's slim hopes of reaching the medal round are still alive while Norway is eliminated. Day 6 in wheelchair curling at the Paralympic Curling Center, the evening session of the round-robin tournament, the United States against Japan, the U.S. looking to qualify for the medal round with a win over the Japanese. Here's something you don't see very often, a chance to get 7 points in one end. The Americans with the hammer and already lying 6. Augusto Perez, though, a little short with his throw. So no lucky 7, but the U.S. takes a 6-1 lead, and they would never look back. In the 8th and final end, Perez will close it out for the Americans. The U.S. skip taps out the Japanese stone, and the Americans win 8-3 to clinch a spot in the medal round. The loss eliminates Japan from medal contention. Day 6 in wheelchair curling at the Paralympic Curling Center, the evening session of the round-robin tournament. Canada taking on Korea in a matchup featuring 2 of the top teams. Canada has already qualified for the medal round. Korea could do the same with a win. Canada leading 3-1 in the 5th when Korean skip Hak-Sun Kim draws his stone inside the 4-foot circle. That would tie the game at 3. But Canada would reclaim the lead for good in the next end. Skip Jim Armstrong trying to place his stone in the right spot. And he'll put it in there. Canada takes a 5-3 lead and would hold on to win 6-4. The defending gold medalists have now won 7 of their 8 matches. Korea suffers its 3rd loss.
This is the IBC Distribution Centre. Channel 1. International Surround Sound for Television. Right channel. This is the IBC Distribution Centre.